Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode 47 of the Classic Wrestling Series, or CWS for short. You know, ladies and gentlemen, since CM Punk came back to the WWE backstage, I've had a craving to go and watch a certain show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's do that. This is ECW. August 1st, 2006, we're at the Hammerstein Ballroom in good old New York, New York. The city's so nice, they named it twice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's CM Punk's TV debut. Oh, fuck yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the dark matches before we kick off with a Extreme Rules tag team match. Balls Mahoney defeated René Dupree in a dark match. Brian Kendrick and Paul London defeated Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke. Stevie Richards defeated Roadkill, and C.W. Anderson, or Christopher W. Anderson, defeated Shannon Moore. So, not a bad actual four dark matches. Not too bad. A couple of really good matches on the for those dark matches. But, yeah, I'm here for CM Punk versus Just Incredible for Punk's debut. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that, we gotta deal with Test and Might Not with Kelly versus Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman. Let's do this. So we just had the Tag Team Extreme Rules match, and I don't know. I think it may be the olderness of me, but I wasn't really feeling this match as I did like over 10 years ago. This is now over 13 years ago this episode of ECW debuted. I feel like now, I was 12, you know, when this show aired, I was 11, like, no joke. So when I see violence like this, I just think, I'm not a big fan of it anymore. But I mean, for the storyline with Sandman and Mike Knox, okay, it kind of works. I think it's okay, but I mean, Test and Mike Knox wins. Mike Knox win the match. No, I think it should have gone to Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman, but that's me. So we've now got so basically Paul Heyman has turned heel, and now is basically going around not liking, you know, the wrestlers not liking him. I can understand why, but let's watch this and carry on. So we just had Paul Heyman talking to Sabu, and I don't know, something feels really off. I mean, Sabu's never really been a talker. He's always had somebody there to talk for him, like a Fonzie, his original manager in ECW. So hearing him speak and just going, "I want the big show," really was a bit jarring, because I've never seen him talk before. But I mean, it was okay. I mean, he wants the big show. He would get, spoiler alert, this is before SummerSlam, he would get the big show at SummerSlam in an Extreme Rules match where Big Show would win. So let's carry on with this show. Promo masterclass from CM Punk. This is a great way to introduce CM Punk over the few weeks. I just wish the camera would put more emphasis on Punk. I mean, literally, I can see Punk in like 10% of the shot. If the camera was fixating on Punk's face, then it would mean more. I think it would be a better way to actually introduce him. But the promos leading up to this have been amazing. I have to admit that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for CM Punk versus Just Incredible. Let's watch this. So we just had CM Punk versus Just Incredible, and I have to admit, as a debut match with him Incredible, fuck yeah, this match was good. Just Incredible hits two beautiful standing suplexes, followed by a Northern Lights suplex, which I thought was really good for two. Punk hitting the knee bulldog combination, that was good. I mean, Punk sold this match as well, and Incredible sold for Punk as well, and ends with CM Punk getting the Adacon device onto Incredible for the tap-out victory. Successful debut for Punk, and would lead on to him being the ECW champion, Intercontinental champion, Tag Team champion, WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion. I think the only belt he never held was the United States title, but I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, what a great debut. shame about how long it went. It only went 4 minutes, and to be honest, I really want to see these. I really want to see these two go an extra 4 or 5. Maybe one or maybe not 4 or 5. Maybe about 2 or 3 more minutes, just to get more offense in. But as a match, as a debut, yeah, fucking what? But again, would like to see that go for another 2-3 minutes. Maybe shave off 2-3 minutes of the main event. Maybe not have the next match. Personally, now we've got a build-up package for Batista versus Big Show for the ECW Championship. My God, these guys were booing. But also, I want to say the crowd loved Punk. They loved CM Punk in this, and yeah, it was a great thing. But now we're gonna be having the Brooklyn Brawler versus CM Punk, and weirdly, we've got Shannon Moore on a New York subway. Okay. No idea why, but fuck it. Here we go. So quite literally, we've just had Kurt Angle versus the Brooklyn Brawler. It literally was just a squash match to get Kurt's wrestling machine and character over. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it was a simple squash. Headbutt to Brooklyn Brawler to kick things off, German suplexes, and wins with the ankle lock. Yeah, again, it was just a way to get Kurt over with the crowd and to carry on with this character with the wrestling machine, which I think is a lot good. Now, do I want to see Punk? I really want to see Punk versus Angle. Oh, that might actually be a good matchup. I mean, it would have to end in a disqualification, of course, but yeah, I think that would actually be a pretty good matchup. Shame I don't think we ever got Punk versus Angle, which is a fucking shame in ECW. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's carry on watching the show, because all we have now is the build-up package for Big Show for the title match, and we'll have the title match coming up soon. So let's watch that. So just before we get to the main event, we just had Kevin Thorne and Shelly Martinez, I hope I said that right, talk about how Kevin Thorne talked about last week and stuff like that. Weirdly, I kind of like the idea of Shelly Martinez and Kevin Thorne. I think that's actually a pretty good pairing. I mean, the Vampire and the Vampire Queen, yeah, fucking works. So let's watch Batista versus Big Show. So I just want to bring some. I want to lead you guys into the events on why Big Show became the ECW champion. Just one moment. And explain how this all came about. So, as we all know, One Night Stand 2006 happened about I think it was about 2 to 3 months ago. I could be wrong on that one. But it was RVD versus John Cena for the WWE Championship in an Extreme Rules match. And then that all happened, and RVD won the match by having Paul Heyman count the 1, 2, 3. One moment. So with that all being said, RVD became the WWE and ECW champion. Now, this is all off the top of my head. The problem was when RVD and Sabu were in a car, and unfortunately the police pulled them over, and there was weed in the car, and RVD got arrested for it. So WWE basically had to strip RVD of both the WWE and ECW championships. So what happened was, at Vengeance, it was John Cena, Edge, and RVD in a triple threat match. And if I recall, I think Edge won that match in that triple threat match. Then, a few nights later on ECW TV, Big Show came out. Basically there was an impromptu ECW championship match. RVD versus Big Show. Big Show would get the win by Paul Heyman turning heel on RVD and counting again the 1, 2, 3 for Big Show to become the champion. It wasn't the original idea that I can find out on the internet as well. The original idea was actually to have Punk go on, was to have RVD go on and stay ECW champion, but due to this incident, and he was also suspended for, I think he was suspended up to 30 days. I could be wrong on that one, I could be right on that one, but he was suspended, and they had to get the titles off him. So that's what happened. So now that you know more about the history, let's talk about the Big Show versus Batista matchup. So for weeks, they've had Kane, Undertaker, Ric Flair come out to basically challenge Big Show for the ECW Championship, and every single time they've had, they've basically Big Show's won via shenanigans. This match, I'm going to preface this now, the crowd will shit on this match. The crowd genuinely shit on this match. They are chanting, this is boring, RVD. They are basically just crapping on the match, basically. So I'm going to get that out of the way with. Now, is it fair? No, it's awful. I don't think it's right. But, you know, you can't stop ECW fans, trust me on that one. So let's carry on watching the match and see what happens. So we just had the match, and it ends in a disqualification when Sabu gets involved. I'm actually gonna have to agree with Taz on this one. This match it wasn't boring. It was bad. Don't get me wrong, it was bad, but it wasn't boring. It was okay to a degree. You could tell instantly that neither man wants to be involved in this, but unfortunately they have to be. I do feel bad for both men, and I don't think it's right that this had to happen, but unfortunately they're in a situation and it can't be helped. So I do genuinely feel sorry for both Batista and Big Show. I do. It's awful. For more clarity, check out WWE Chronicles WWE ECW for more information on that. But what did I think of the show overall? There was 4 matches. 2 of them were okay, and 2 of them were just meaningless. Test and Mike Knox versus Tommy Dreamer and Sabu was okay. Okay, Extreme Rules match. Nothing to shout home about. Nothing, you know, again, it may be my older generation, you know, me getting older, but it was okay. Punk versus Credible was the best match. Best match of the fucking night. The crowd was behind it. Everybody loved it. And yeah, Punk would go on to more success. Angle versus Brawler. It was just a way to get over Punk's Angle's badass wrestling gimmick, and Big Show versus Batista was just, it was sad. It was really sad, and I do feel sorry for the guys. But where next? Where are we going next? Well, Survivor Series is this Sunday. I think next week we might do a classic Survivor Series pay-per-view. Don't know. We'll check it out. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Classic Wrestling Series, episode 47, ECW. ECW at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I do want to clear one thing up, ladies and gentlemen. My Wrestling Roundup 3 episode, I mentioned that some of the wrestlers were getting out of Saudi Arabia. In my Wrestling 3.5 video, I contradict myself by saying that I didn't mention it in my Wrestling Roundup 3. I do apologise about that, ladies and gentlemen. I noticed it immediately straight up after I uploaded it, and forgot to mention it in a few previous episodes because one of them was pre-recorded and the other one I completely forgot about. So I do apologise about that, guys. My mistake. It was a simple mess up. I was, you know, I was really tired for Wrestling Roundup 3.5. So I do apologise. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. TTFN.